What's up, people? Just gonna make a short video. I'm raising more birds. My wife's got a bunch incubating, so I'm out here building another coop. Bought a little bit of lumber, but I usually make it out of scrap stuff I got laying around. Anyways, I'll probably just be making videos about garden updates and doing a little jamming and all that stuff. I think I got all that sacred geometry and math and stuff out of my system. I got to thank Carpo, though, one of my subscribers. He's a cool cat. I was always interested in sacred geometry, man. I'm a Tool fan from back in the 90s and went to a lot of raves and stuff, so sacred geometry is something I've always tripped on for years and years and years. But he encouraged me to draw it about a year and a half, year ago, and man, it just boom, 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 just starts firing off so many connections when you actually take the time to draw that stuff. And it was really mind-opening. So thank you, Carpo, for kind of putting me on that path by just suggesting that I try drawing it. I always felt like I was playing it when I play my guitar and my music, and when I express it, stuff like that, or when I do math. But drawing it opened up a can of worms, and it was awesome. But I think the last thing I have to say about all that is it really comes down to knowing yourself, and from your thumb to your hand to your heartbeat to your spine. You can even, some things I probably never mentioned, they call this your solar plex. You got, an average person has 12 ribs on each side. That's 24 ribs. You got a spine that's 33 vertebrates. Just start doing the math, man, and know yourself. Studying sacred geometry, it all starts off with those circles, and that's a two-dimensional, rudimentary way to draw cellular division, and basically the way we come into being, and out of those circles and spirals, we start putting in the straight lines, the angles, and it all starts to make sense. Some people might call that pseudoscience, but honestly, it is the backbone and the basis of the imperial system, is knowing yourself. And that, combined with the metric system, has changed the world, completely changed the world. Made, all this technology that we have today. And so theology is kind of lost when we study mathematics and stuff, but it's all wrapped up into the words. It's all wrapped up into the words that we use. I've explained that. But just know yourself, especially your hands, from the bones in your hands to the digits and minute digits, your spine, your rib cage, your heartbeat at 72 beats per minute. Just start doing all the math, and it'll blow you away. And then understand that the ancients believed that when they looked out into the cosmos or the universe or the logos, they thought that just like when you study the fractal patterns of one tree in a forest, you can get a predetermination of the patterns or the paternal instinct of how that forest is going to grow. You can look at yourself and contemplate and reflect on space and time, and start to understand the universe and time and space, and beauty and harmony and proportion and all those great things. So don't fear those numbers. Don't fear these things that make you self-aware. Just know them and know yourself, and it all starts to make sense. Like Jesus says in the Gnostic Gospels, if you know thyself, then you start to know the universe and the logos, and you know God. And just remember, the word Gnostic from the Gnostic Gospels has to do with knowledge, and the word science today is just a Latin word that means know or knowledge. You know what I mean? So anytime someone says according to science, you could just say according to knowing, or according to gnosis, you know what I mean? It all stems from the same source. Anyways, I got to tend my garden and my animals, and you guys have a blessed day. Thanks again, Carpo, for getting me on that sacred geometry kick. It's really cool. And but I'll probably just be making videos about jamming and gardening and all that kind of good stuff. Have a great day, people. Be blessed. One love, and all that good stuff.